The Mommy Meanest true story adds another level of terror to director Greg Beeman's 2024 thriller, as the plot, which is already among the worst nightmares of most parents and teens alike, is based on true events. Cyberbullying has driven a tragic number of teens to take their own lives over the last few decades, so it's no surprise that Madeline, Lisa Rinna, in Mommy Meanest decides to take matters into her own hands when her daughter, MIA, Brianna Skye, becomes the target of relentless online harassment. Initially, MIA is appreciative of how her mom seems to jump to her defense. However, things take a darker turn when MIA learns that the online monster driving her mental health to lows she could never have imagined is, in fact, Madeline herself. The Lifetime movie shows an incredibly disturbing form of child abuse, and it's made all the more harrowing by the fact that Mommy Meanest is based on real events, as is Lisa Rinna's incredibly evil mom character. The Mommy Meanest true story explained. Madeline is based on Kendra Gale Lickery. An image of Kendra Gale Lickery, the inspiration for the Lifetime movie Mommy Meanest. The fact that Mommy Meanest is based on a true story adds an extra layer of discomfort to the already disturbing Lifetime movie. It's the nightmare of almost any parent that their child would be subjected to a prolonged campaign of cyberbullying, especially at the hands of the child's other parent or, especially, themselves. Madeline's actions in Mommy Meanest defy comprehension for almost every viewer with a child of their own, which makes the fact that it was adapted almost directly from a real criminal case incredibly harrowing to contemplate. The Mommy Meanest true story is the case of Kendra Gale Lickery. Much like Madeline in the Lifetime movie, Lickery used a variety of covert methods to subject her own daughter, a teenager, to a sustained campaign of cyber harassment. Lickery adopted multiple fake personas, pretending to be other teenagers in the local community. The cyberbullying was so prolific that it gained the attention of local media, and law enforcement became increasingly involved, to the point that, eventually, the FBI even dedicated cybercrime resources to uncover who was responsible. 43-year-old Kendra Gale Lickery was eventually arrested and charged in December 2022, and sentenced in 2023. She remained incarcerated at Michigan's Special Alternative Incarceration Women's Facility for just over a year. Initially sentenced to between 19 months and 5 years in jail on 2 counts of stalking a minor, she was released on parole in August 2024. Lickery's crimes are among the most shocking examples of psychological abuse by a parent in the digital age, and seeing similar in Lifetime's Mommy Meanest makes them even more difficult to fully comprehend. Kendra Gale Lickery also tried to position herself as a hero. The inspiration for Mommy Meanest worked with the police to catch a fictional cyberbully. One of the moments in the original Lifetime movie Mommy Meanest that showed just how warped Madeline was came when MIA first confronted her. When MIA told her mom that she knew Madeline was behind the horrendous messages, both she and viewers were shocked at Madeline's response. Rather than apologize or express remorse, Madeline instead launched into an angry tirade to justify her actions. Most shockingly, Madeline tried to convince MIA that she was a hero, and that MIA should be grateful. The abusive mother told her daughter that she was the only reason MIA had managed to escape bullying when she was younger. What's more, Madeline then blamed MIA for her actions, explaining that it was Mia's ingratitude that forced Madeline's hand and made the cyberbullying necessary. In the real-life case that serves as the Mommy Meanest true story, Kendra Gale Lickery's twisted need to be seen as a hero went a step further. Lickery actively worked with law enforcement to help track down the person responsible for her daughter's torment. She even worked with the mother of her daughter's boyfriend, positioning herself in the local community as a model parent who would stop at nothing until her daughter's online abuser was brought to justice. While Madeline offered and began to help investigate the cyberbullying alongside MIA, it wasn't to the same degree as Lickery in the real-life case. Lickery fully positioned herself as a heroic figure for local media. Right up until the moment she was prosecuted, the local community, as well as, in all likelihood, Lickery's own daughter, believed the abusive parent was a paragon of what a protective mother should be. What the real MIA from Mommy Meanest was sent by her mother. The trial involved 349 pages of evidence. Madeline sending an abusive message to MIA in Mommy Meanest. Throughout the Lifetime movie, the abusive texts and messages MIA received are shown on screen, along with a running total of how many she'd been sent so far. Not only was the volume of abuse in Mommy Meanest shocking, but Madeline used her knowledge of her daughter's history and insecurities to ensure that MIA couldn't ignore the abuse. While the methods Madeline used to torment MIA are incredibly similar to the Mommy Meanest true story, the content of the messages Kendra Gale Lickery sent her daughter for over a year was never made public. During her prosecution, it was revealed that 349 pages of evidence were submitted. It was also known that Lickery would send her daughter abusive messages around a dozen times a day, and the number of messages ran into the hundreds. However, exactly what was in these messages isn't known, although in court they were described as disturbing and hateful via the Morning Sun.